It's sunny. The sun is out. What a glorious day. Many of you that are in the Midwest right now can understand why I am so excited about that. We have been under a monsoon for nearly most of the week and just underwater, drowned rats right here in Missouri. And we just got a break. I drove all the way home from work in the rain. Very treacherous conditions, to be quite frank. It was water standing in the middle of the highway all the way home. It's usually I'm driving 80 miles an hour down that stretch of road, and today I wasn't even hitting 60 in a lot of spots. It was that treacherous. But the sun is out and I am very pleased about it. To give you kind of an idea of really how much water we have taken in, it's amazing. Let me just give you a quick eyeball. And excuse my messy patio, please. I haven't got everything set up yet, but as you can see over here, it is just completely a pond. Kind of an ugly pond too, but I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of brown in there, and I know that is very rich muddy water, if you will. You know why? Because it is directly coming from my compost pile and draining this way, and it usually does, and collects right here and goes down. It's never usually this bad, but boy, oh boy, oh boy. But let me give you an idea. This, I've had this upright, and you can see the water level. It is halfway up the bucket. Now, I didn't fill this. This is what I came home to. Halfway up that bucket. That has got to be a good 10 inches of water in that bucket. Now, yes, it's a little sloped and it's not an actual rain gauge, but I would swear to you that that is at least 8 to 10 inches right there. And that is a lot of water. And it's been this has been upright for the entire monsoon season, and I've got to turn it upside down because I'm sure that there's some kind of mosquito larvae and things like that that are starting to brew in there, and I don't want that to happen. I don't want mosquitoes. So, matter of fact, I'm going to quickly dump that out into my pond. Ha! With all this wet weather, you're bound to have some issues. Let me take this camera off of the tripod. With all the wet weather that we're having, we're bound to have issues. So I want to show you a couple of things that have been happening. When it gets this wet, you really have to worry about two things, especially with your tomatoes: blight, early blight, and blossom end rot. And I have a little of both. Now, it's light right now, but I am going to prune heavily tonight. Now, let me kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. Here is what happens to a tomato plant when you get all the splashing up of the rainwater and you start seeing those dark spots. Now those will get worse and worse. It's fungus, and it is going to spread if I don't take care of this today. But that is what early blight looks like. Now, what I really need to do is prune these up, at least on the indeterminates, up about a foot, and I need to, with the determinants, you don't want to cut them back that much, but you want to start getting some airflow in there. So I'm going to take a few of the bottom leaves off. There's some suckers growing, things like that in some of my plants. Some are worse than others. I'm going to do a little staking tonight and get that taken care of. Hey guys, I'm here at the brush pile, and here's the brush pile. And I got to do some temporary staking. I haven't got the actual trellises and stakes that I need yet, and I'm kind of a cheapskate. So what I'm going to do is take some of this brush and try and make a stake out of it. So what I'm really looking for is just some straight material, and you know, that's not too bad. I don't know if you can see that, but I don't need it super thick at this point. Plants aren't that high, and it's only a temporary fix. So what I'm doing is I'll just take this and well, here's the whole reason for my review. This is, if you can see that, this is my Mora Bushcraft knife, and I just love this knife, and it makes short work of just about anything. I can't say enough good things about this knife. I bought it on sale from one of my favorite websites, which is Wilderness Outfitters. It's, I don't know if you know who Dave Canterbury is, but I've been following that guy for quite a long time, and I do a lot of bush crafting with his techniques and things like that. And I just he had a sale on him. I envied this thing for so long, and every review I've ever heard of this knife, it's the Mora Bushcraft Black, and I just can't say enough good things about it. It's my favorite knife by far, and it's got the Scandi grind on it, sharp as hell. I mean, it is just paper sharp, and it keeps its edge like no other, and it's going to make short work out of these stakes that I need for my tomatoes. And hopefully I can get a little too sharp, I think. Hopefully I can get this done and staked and all my pruning done before the rains really hit. It's not looking good. We're about to get ready for Hurricane Bill, which is supposed to be in the morning in full force, which I'm not looking forward to because we've had enough water. Trust me, I showed you just a little bit ago the 10 inches of, and I did measure it. It was about 9 3/4 inches of water in that bucket, and absolutely too much. And it looks like it's about to hit again, so I better hurry up. Now I've done a few of these. I mean, these are going to make pretty good stakes for a temporary staking my tomatoes. I got about 3 or 4 of them made over here. You can see I've got them of varying lengths and sizes. Oh well. We'll see what we can get done here before it rains. Finding a whole lot of good material all of a sudden. I got the best of it just in that little demonstration. But again, I just need to temporarily stake these things up so that they don't keep lying on the ground. So Might just do a couple of more here, small ones, and get to it. Look out, I mean, that knife, I mean, it just takes, sometimes it even takes too much material off, I think. That knife is a gem for sure. One of my favorite purchases. And I don't buy stuff. I researched this knife extensively before I made the decision to buy it. You know, I've had some pretty crappy knives in the past, and never had them too long. Let's just put it that way. Had some good knives in the past, but nothing equals this Moore bushcraft. It's been a solid investment for sure. So I'm gonna finish pegging up this one. Looks like I might have to get another stick and kind of go at this little knotty section, but I don't want to take it down anymore. But I got a good 6 to 8 steaks here now. That'll be great for staking those tomatoes. And now that they're fruiting, we certainly don't want them to lay down, if you understand what I'm saying. So we'll see you here in a little bit.